I try to make a buck in this beat up truck, the more semi-crazy I get. Yeah, I'm semi-crazy. I gotta be half nuts.
Hey guys, this is Jim coming at you from the Route 66 workbench. This is my final video presentation for the Hunter Selby Showtime Studio truck build. This is the AMT white Freightliner. Did a lot of work on this, getting the two-tone paint job here. The base coat, the white base coat, is a Racing White by Tamiya, and the red from the chassis all the way to the cab is the Tamiya Red Metallic. This video camera really doesn't do a whole lot of justice for the paint wise to see the metal flake in here, but all this striping in the front here was all done by hand, and it took a little while for me to get that straightened out because it had to be evenly masked off on both sides. And once I got that done, I did the pinstriping with masking to get that all lined up. Also used bare metal foil to do the wiper arms here, and I should have painted it by hand. Instead of painting it by hand, I should have masked it off and spray painted this flat black, but I didn't realize I should have painted it till I put the glass in, which was my mistake. But I masked it off and then painted it by hand. It came out pretty good, a little bit better than I thought it would. I just got done doing the decals here for the state registration and such. Just got done doing this tonight, and got done doing some touch-ups on the chrome here. This is some bare metal foil. This kit is a little bit tricky. The instructions are not that great. I think AMT needs to go in there and do a little upgrading on the instructions, or reissue some new instructions about where things should go or how they should be put on. They connect the sprue to these handles where it is visible instead of on the mounting part of the of this handrail. It would have made it a little bit easier, but put bare metal foil on here and polished it up, and to get rid of the white marks. But it came out pretty good. This axles have been a little tricky as well. I did a little bit of I call it dry brushing with some aluminum to highlight the fifth wheel here a little bit to make it pop a little bit more. Also, this air supply and brake line, or I should say brake cables for the trailer hookup. The hoses that came with it, they're just rubber hoses. They were a little flimsy. That's for the reason why I kind of looped them around the stand there, because they were just frailing about. They were really you should have been some wire or something. I could have coiled it around like a normal hookup, trailer hookup, but I just went ahead and coiled it around the stand there. Just got done putting some decals for the fuel tank and the Freightliner logo. These steps here are about the trickiest thing in this whole kit. They don't line up correctly, and the little tabs don't line up that well with the side braces there. They took about four tries on each step to get them lined up and to get them in place. I sprayed them with some Alclad to get them polished up to the best I could. And these mirrors were a little tricky too. They're 4 or 5 piece mirrors, and there's no way to really connect them on there onto the braces themselves. That's why it took a little while for me to get that done. And these air horns, they are connected to the sprue right on the front of the horn. So when you go to cut it off, it takes all the chrome off. And I went to a auto parts supply place to get some bumper chrome paint, and I painted those back up. I think they came out fairly well. But all in all, it was a lot of work, but it was some fun as well. The lighting's not so great in here, but there she is there. That's about, this cab does flip forward. Okay, here she is with the cab open. This was a little tricky too, this whole pin mechanism down here on the bottom to get this cab connected is not the easiest thing to get on there, but was able to get it to work. As I said in my last video, where this exhaust pipe connects from the exhaust manifold here all the way to the exhaust pipes, that was a little short. Had to cut some sprue off to make that work. That was a little challenging, but all in all, this kit came out pretty well. It's all done in the Tamiya metallic red, as I stated before, and pretty nice little kit. It just needs a little upgrade on the instructions about how to install it. But that's it. That's it for my Showtime studio truck build. I just want to thank Hunter Selby for sponsoring this build. It was pretty fun. I haven't done a truck model in quite some time. I'm thinking about doing another one, but I don't know how soon. I got to get started on my build for my Atlanta show, and that's my next step here to get started with that. But I just want to say I enjoyed watching everybody's videos, and there's a lot of great builds out there, and I just said it was a lot of fun and hope to do it again sometime. Maybe Hunter, if we do one in the winter like you were talking about, that sounds pretty good too. But I just want to say thanks to everybody that's watching, and hope you have a good weekend. You all take care now. Bye-bye.
They say I gotta be half crazy to be doing what I do. I'm a slap happy gear jamming, coffee drinking, truck driving fool. I might have a little shimmy in this cracker box Jimmy, but I ain't never cracked up yet. The more I try to make a buck in this beat up truck, the more semi crazy I get. Yeah, I'm semi crazy. I gotta be half nuts to keep running up and down the road in these semi trucks. I might have had half a mind to slow it down for a time, but I'm never gonna give it up till I'm pushing up days.